It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm DA. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Center Rob Williams is a big reason the Celtics have become so tough to score on. Jason Tatum says Rob can guard anybody. You always know you got protection behind you if you get beat. He has the potential to win Defensive Player of the Year one of these days. I think that's in his future. So the Time Lord is biding his time, Kevin.
David, thanks. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Smart is the point. White is on the wing. Brown in the front court along with Tatum. And it's Horford in at the 5 spot. And for the Thunder, we've got Williams, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Williams. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Richard, this part of the season is when we start to hear a lot of rumors, whether it's about players on the move, coaches on the hot seat. It covers all the bases.
Yeah, and that can be distracting for a lot of teams. I had a coach fired in the middle of a championship run. No one wants to be thinking about that or whether they'll be traded. But look, it happens this time of year.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Oklahoma City ball.
Pass to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the triple. Here's Williams. Rebound, Boston. Outside, Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from mid-range.
11 feet away. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
And many thought Horford's days were over after his OKC stint, but showed he can still be a difference maker in Boston. And, boy, was he a huge part of their finals run.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Horford may not be as consistent as he once was, but, Greg, he shows up when you need him the most.
You know, he had several big games for the Celtics in the postseason. Great shooter who can really space the court for you. Still also a top-level defender at the rim. And he helped define their interior defense.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Outside, Williams. Takes it from 10. Here's Giddey. And it's blocked by Brown.
Terrific anticipation by Brown, managing to see the shot coming and get ahead of it.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Horford, no luck.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Williams can't hit. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's White. Here's Horford. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Giddey. Williams against Horford. Kept alive. They shoot again. Williams passes to Williams. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Tatum. He climbs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Tatum's got his 3rd bucket of the night. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the 76ers. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Giddey.
Celtics ball.
Some changes for Boston.
Substitution on the
Williams,
floor.
he's checked in for Horford. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for White. And it's Pritchard in for Marcus Smart. Pass to Tatum. Beyond the arc. Hands it from downtown.
Jason Tatum.
Tatum's got 10.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for it.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted.
The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
Let me hear you.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Muscala. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Good on the three-point shot.
Jason Tatum.
13 points in the game.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And this Celtics squad looking like the Celtics of old.
Yeah, always a tough squad when I was playing, and it's looking like that again. You got a great mix of young players and veterans, and don't be surprised if Boston is back on top very soon.
Very soon. Here's Dort, and the rejection by Tatum.
The all-star Tatum engaged on defense. That's a scary sight for opponents.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Boston. Outside, Dort. Back to Giddey. The 10-footer. He gets it in there.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 13-point lead. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory. Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Here's Mann. Here's Baisley. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Assisted.
Yeah, you can feel
Jason
Coach
Tatum.
smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Mann passes to Giddey. Here's Mann. 32 seconds left to play in the first. 6 to shoot. Count that one for Dort.
And the three-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it shows.
They grab their own miss. And here's Brogdon from the arc. The shot, no good. Lets it go from deep. And they get it back. Dort misses. To the paint. That's good from Williams on the assist by Williams.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire.
Here they come, fans. It's your one and only.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
On the floor for Boston. Smart is the point. White is on the wing. In the post, it's Tatum and Williams. And it's Brown in at the three. From the line, Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Celtics leading by 16. And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. part of a growing trend in this NBA.
An outstanding transition player. When Gilgeous-Alexander is on the attack, good luck trying to contain it.
And that's a block right there. He slaps that ball away with some energy.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. Now, Marcus Smart is not shy with his philosophy. He says it takes little talent to play defense, but a whole lot of want to. Get every 50-50 ball, take charges, be a great teammate, compete, never be okay with losing. Kevin, he has always walked the walk, too.
He has Defensive Player of the Year. He's a terrific player. No question about it. David, thank you. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams passes to Williams. Back to Williams. There's the three. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
No. Come on, Greg. I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Williams passes to Joe. There's the pass to Williams. Clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander against White. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
And it's the long arms and broad shoulders that make Horford such a tough matchup inside. Teams try to get physical with him, but he's usually up to the challenge.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 14. Getting a little bit closer on the bucket from Williams. Here's Brown. Connects on the 9-footer. Brown's got 6 points.
Brown very confident in that jumper of his.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They get to take on the Magic in Orlando after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Smart passes to Brown. And he makes that one. 8 points for Jaylen Brown.
How about the focus from Brown? Only concerned with making that shot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's sent back by Horford.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
The fadeaway, and another basket for Boston.
Timeout. And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
For the Celtics, Grant Williams is checked in for Griffin. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for White, and it's Pritchard in for Smart. And Muscala kicks to Giddey. Here's Mann. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, Dort. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the Nuggets in Ball Arena. This team is credited Giddey's background for shaping him as a player.
You know, he grew up in a house dominated by basketball. Both his parents played professionally in Australia, and that goes a long way toward developing your basketball IQ.
Beasley passes to Mann. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Oh, offensive interference.
That'll be goaltending.
Thunder trailing by 20. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basketball.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. So it'll be Jaylen Brown shooting. That one on Dort.
And how about Jaylen Brown, part of that young core for the Celtics?
Yeah, he's been through a lot with this young group of guys. They've grown together, they've come in together, and they've gotten better together. And you've seen the production of Brown increase because of it.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Got that one up quick. Brown's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
And the foul called on Grant Williams. That's his first foul. Tatum, he's checked in for Grant Williams.
13 foul. Celtic substitution, Jason Tatum.
36 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Inside, here's Giddey. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Giddey's got his third basket of the night.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Jason Tatum.
Sinks the triple.
3 points.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Rebound, Boston. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. He kicks it to Brown. He gives it up. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And so it's the Boston Celtics finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see something go in. It feels good to see them go in early. And it feels good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the
Yeah,
folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
There was no stopping Jason Tatum in the first half. He ended up with 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. And taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
I know it's not the case, but it seemed like they were lacking on the offensive game plan. Maybe some guys were improvising and they should have been making the next pass, but hey, not looking good out there.
And that wraps up the half.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Josh Giddey is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Williams. Then it's Williams. And it's Dort in at the small forward.
Jason Tatum.
And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half with.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And he gets the bucket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points.
That maybe not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Wasted no time on that one.
Assisted by
Assists like that
Jason
have
Tatum.
typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Giddey. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over White. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, Boston. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Horford.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Nice shot by Smart.
And of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting the 3. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day, Greg, falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
Williams is checked in for Boston. Griffin comes in for Jaylen Brown. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
Williams passes to Williams. Knocked loose. Passes it to Joe. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Celtics on offense. This run now up to 13-2. Tatum gets the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim. No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
It just seems, Richard, like Robert Williams is a guy willing to do anything to help his team.
And there's a whole lot he can do. His defense has never been a question. He can dish it. He's an aggressive rebounder. And look, his effort level, that's something you don't ever question.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
3 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Tatum's shot is off. And it's Williams with the ball for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. No good from outside. And here's Boston. It's a 21-2 run, totally rolling here. They get it back. Tatum lays it up off the glass. Tatum's got 31 points.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot, no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Celtics. Grant Williams is checked in for Williams. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for Derek White. And counting, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Mike Muscala is checked in for the Thunder. Boston's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. And the shot goes in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Wiggins outside. Pass to man. 20 feet out. Rebound Boston.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pritchard nailed from three-point land. Pritchard's got 5 now.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Man gets the bucket.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Brogdon's got his first 2 points.
And the confidence Brogdon has in himself, it's infectious. Skilled at recognizing when to let it go.
Man passes to Wiggins. That one falls.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Williams. They get the rebound. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
He's good enough where it takes a lot to bother him at the rim like that.
Smart kicks to Williams. Brogdon scanning the floor. Pritchard passes to Smart. Over Wiggins. He nails the buzzer beater.
And now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, able to put on a show for the ages. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. On the floor for Boston. The 2 Williams are the 4 and the 5. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. The Celtics shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. Basket counts. Williams has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Celtics.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Here's Joe. Here's Muscala. Wiggins trying to free himself up.
Didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Pritchard, 2 points. That one goes.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Pritchard's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Here's Waters, guarded by Jackson. We've seen some kids go directly from high school, RJ, to the G League. How do you think that's working out so far?
Green and Kuminga sure looked good. And look, I think for a small select group of individuals, they should go and start working on their profession. No different than a musician, a tennis player. You should go and start focusing on your profession. But for other players, they need college development. I needed college for 3 years, and then that is what helped me become a better pro.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
At the line for the Celtics.
Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Celtics. And some changes here for the Celtics. Luke Cornett comes in for Williams, and Jaylen Brown subbed in for Brogdon. Muscala up top. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
That's good from Muscala. Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. Good on both. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Brown outside. Offensive rebound.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Pass to Joe. Muscala with the ball. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. The three-pointer no good.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Thunder have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Pritchard. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Assisted.
Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
Not just being selfless, but also smart with the ball. Brown is able to find the best guy for the right shot.
Wiggins passes to Joe. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Now, here is Muscala. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 5. Joe can't get it to go. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Brown. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Oklahoma City has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
Joe passes to Waters. Will it go? And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Celtics have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Here's Cornett. Banked in off the glass.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points.
Here's Omoruyi. Guarded by Jackson. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Boston dictating the flow. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jason Tatum.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Here's Cornette out to the right wing. Here's Hauser. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're ahead. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Also, we've seen some wild finishes in our time. You can't afford to lose focus for just 1 second.
Here's Joe. Rebounded by Smart.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Boston foul. Marcus Smart. Second personal foul. 15 foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line for your thunder, Isaiah Joe.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Tatum looking around. Three-pointer. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't.